Hey guys, what's up? So I'm back with this series and I'll be talking about the principles to improve willpower. Okay, we have talked a lot about understanding willpower, we have busted various myths, we have seen various researches, and we have understood the scientific principles behind willpower. We know it is real, and now I'll be talking about principles to actually how to improve willpower. This is presented by me, Roman Saini. So don't be like this donkey, don't be an ass. Try to improve yourself, try to learn these principles, and it will create a significant positive impact in your life. Okay, so I read a lot of books on human psychology, have applied them, know what works, what does not work. You can follow me on this link for all the awesome lessons which I have created. And if it is helping you out in any way, do contribute, do pay a voluntary fee so that we can sustain such courses more and more. And you can also let me know in the comment section if you want me to continue this series or not. Okay, so first of all, we'll deal with certain scientific proven ways to increase willpower. Okay, just to give you a glimpse of what will be in next 2 to 3 lessons. So first of all, stop screwing yourself over again and again. It's better to control the situation when you are in a normal state than when you are in a very bad state or when you are near your breaking point. Okay, so stop screwing yourself. Stop eating junk food till you are dying of heart attack. Okay, stop procrastinating till you know there is only one day left for the entire syllabus. Okay, and give yourself a decent chance to achieve your goals. Don't set arbitrary deadlines that you will finish the entire 800 pages book in one day. It is impossible. You know it, I know it. Don't say that you'll lose 7 kgs in 1 month when you know that you'll not be able to lose 7 gram also. Just remember, every time willpower is a limited resource, just like water in desert. So don't take too many decisions, don't waste it here and there. Invest it in important things which will help you in achieving your goals. Do sleep well, at least 7 to 9 hours, and eat a king size breakfast. It will replenish your lost willpower. And choose your battles carefully. Don't say yes to anything which comes in your way. Okay, it is very important that you choose what you want to do in your life very carefully. Otherwise, anything which you do will deplete your willpower. Okay, now realize your limit. Okay, this is the first point for today. Realize your limits, that you have limits and you have a breaking point. First of all, realize that everyone is different. You will have some different willpower. He or she will have might have different willpower, though you will try to improve it. Okay, willpower is in limited supply and you will tap on the same resource for everything which you do. Okay, this is extremely important. Now again, understand that men in general have more impulses, they make more rash decisions, they are more prone to making more stupid decisions and taking stupid actions and procrastination, etc. I'm not being a feminist, this is scientific principles. This is because of the hormonal differences between men and women. Okay, so if you are a man, then realize that you should not be able to compare yourself with other people like your spouse or your sister, etc. If you know you won't be able to control your gambling and you know that you will pounce on the desert like a dog, okay, you'll eat it away. You can't resist yourself in a butterscotch vanilla. Okay, so avoid that scenario altogether. Rather than sitting in front of the refrigerator and studying, you know that there is an ice cream inside your refrigerator, don't bring it home. Otherwise, you'll know you will eat it. It is impossible to throw it away. And don't start comparing yourself with others. It is very detrimental. Focus on your own willpower, focus on your own growth, and you will achieve tremendous heights. You might even surpass the other person who you're trying to compete with. Okay, so let's move forward. Anything you don't want to do will eat your willpower. Okay, anything which you don't like, anything at all, will eat your willpower. For example, waking up with an alarm clock despite knowing the fact you have only slept for 5 to 6 hours, going for a run in gym despite your body saying otherwise, you want to slap your kid because he's misbehaving, your car is completely broke down, you have to take bus, you're irritated by traffic, you're irritated by other people, there is so much sweat, there is so much smell, you know your boss is idiot yet you have to listen to him, you know your teacher is an idiot, you are better than him, yet still you are sitting there for 3 hours and you're listening to him. Then again the other things is you have to be alert pretending to listen to a friend when you really want is to shut his mouth, he's talking nonsense. You can't eat pani puri or aloo paratha or pizza or popcorn or Snickers or whatever junk food you like because you are losing weight for your marriage. trying not to fight with their spouse or partner despite they being a jerk. So any decision like wearing which clothes, blue or black, shirt or t-shirt, pants or jeans or trousers or three-fourths or shoes or socks, going where to go for vacation, where to go to Mizoram, where to go to Meghalaya, where to go to Myanmar, to USA, Vietnam or Delhi or Tamil Nadu or Trivandrum, taking black coffee or coffee with milk, with or without sugar, tall or medium, cream or no cream, with bun maska or samosa, etc. Anything which you decide will subconsciously eat your willpower, and so on. So, what to do now? Roman, should we stop living our lives? No. Takeaways: don't take any major decision when your willpower is at lowest. Please remember, don't decide which college to go when your willpower is lowest, or which optional to choose, or whether to go for biology or maths or arts or commerce, or don't spend 50,000 rupees buying an AC when you can get a cheaper one, or when you don't need it at all. Secondly, after you take a major decision, whether you when you've decided that you are going to break up, your willpower is at its lowest. Okay, so don't take another one. Don't take another decision right then and there, because you know that your willpower is at lowest. So it is absolutely not advisable that you take an important decision back to back. Don't give in midway. Okay, some people are like, okay, I'll resist, I'll not eat this, I'll not eat that, despite the fact they will eat it after some time. So if you are going to commit a sin, do it right away. It will save your time, it will save your energy, it will save your willpower. Be decisive. Okay, so if you resist the temptation for some time and then eat the chocolate, the willpower which you have already spent resisting the chocolate, it will not come back. Okay, so don't be like those kids in Marshmallow experiment who resisted for 5 to 10 minutes but ate it before 15 minutes. It's my perfect advice. If you want to commit a sin, do it right away and don't feel guilt or shame about it, but try to compensate it next time. Now, avoid the crises. This is the most important advice which I want to give to the listeners today. People who have higher self control, they have high self control because they use it sparingly. It's just like people who have a lot of money, they don't tend to overspend in general. Okay, so they have high self control because they have high self control, because they don't spend it. Okay, most of the highly successful people, they will never use their willpower to get out of trouble. Okay, they will use their willpower to never get into trouble. They will never be obese in the first place. They will never be poor in the first place. They will always be well prepared for their exam in the first place. They'll finish their projects well in deadline. They'll always keep their spouse and children happy. They will always do financial planning for their retirement. Okay, so they will all never get into trouble to begin with. They will do better planning and execution. So, for example, if you're trying to lose weight or if you're trying to avoid alcohol, so don't sit with friends who are eating pizza or drinking beer, because merely sitting with them you will have to spend a lot of willpower, and eventually you will give in to the temptation because it is very difficult to resist the urge. Then if you are dieting, use your willpower to avoid places like barbecue nation for going for buffet, rather than going to that place and then resisting eating, because you and I both know, I have friends who say, yaar, we will not eat, we will starter खा के आ जाएंगे, we will just eat starter and we will come back. All of us know that what happens then when dal makhni and other stuff comes, then you can't resist eating. Okay, then dessert also. Then consult a doctor at the first sign of warning. Don't wait till your body is broken down completely and you're about to die. Okay, now start studying well in advance. Don't wait for 2 to 3 days just before the exam that I'll do and everything. Don't be the hare, be the tortoise. Do it slowly and steadily. Stop screwing your life. Do it slowly and steadily. Stop screwing your life. Okay, so using these willpower lessons, I'll make a lot of lessons on how to improve your willpower, how to do actual practical exercise which I have done personally, which will actually help you in improving your willpower. These are the So the exercise which I'll tell you, using those you will actually improve your willpower. These are personal exercises which I have designed myself and I have tried it on myself. So you'll feel like this beautiful lady. You'll actually feel free. So thank you for watching this lesson. Do let me know if you are finding it useful. Have an awesome day. Hello friends, what's up? So we continue our principles to improve willpower. This is the part 2. I have already spoken about it in part 1.5, and please watch all the 5 lessons in this series before you proceed here, because it will be really difficult to understand these principles without the background. So this is presented by me, Roman Saini. You can follow me on an academy for all these awesome lessons. That is unacademy.in/user/Roman Saini. Do contribute a voluntary fees if you are getting any help out of this course whatsoever. You can just click on contribute just right next below this video, and you can give whatever you feel like. And do let me know in comment section if it is helping you anything at all, if you can relate to it, if you don't like it, if you hate it, whatever it is, just let it out in the comment section. So first thing first is aim for 80% perfection or 80% completion. What do I mean by is that, like most of the task which you do, let's say if you're buying a refrigerator, or last night I was buying an air conditioner, so I was looking for whether I want 1.5 ton or 1 ton, whether I want from Godrej or AC or Daikin or Hitachi or Videocon or Hyundai or LG or Voltas and Whirlpool, and there are so many companies making them. Then what is the price range, where is discount more on Amazon or Flipkart, who will provide free installation, who will provide stabilizer, who will provide best service, who will provide this, who will provide that. So it completely drained my half hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, 5 hour. There was no result. Then I decided that I'll give just 15 minutes and I'll buy the best possible thing in those 15 minutes. So rather than going for 100% perfection, I just did 80% perfection. I read few reviews. I knew that this is good enough. So always go for good enough in most of the things in life, okay? Whether it be fridge, book, clothes, restaurant, air conditioner, physical conditioning. Similarly, whenever you are targeting weight loss, so it will never happen that you 100% achieve what you want to do. So for example, if you have set a target of losing 5 kgs in a month, so even if you lose 3 kgs or 4 kgs, it's okay. As long as you are achieving 80% of your goals, it's okay. Or same goes with finishing a certain topic. So for example, if you are reading something in geography, so if you have just finished 80% of it, it's okay. Okay, as long as you are growing in the right direction, just remember that 80% perfection can be achieved with just 20% of the effort. Okay, don't fall in the trap of perfectionism. Just give 20-30% of effort in most of the activities, and 80% of it will be completed, because the same goes with marks also. So for example, if you are in 10th standard or high school, you can easily get 80-90% marks, but going from 90 to 95 takes lot of effort. Going from 95 to 98 takes another lot of effort. So the last 20% will not be achieved even if you double your effort. Even like if you quadruple your effort, then it might be achieved. Okay, so the takeaway point is, don't chase perfection except in a specific field of your choosing. For example, I will Virat Kohli, if he is good enough in guitar, it's okay. Okay, he is good enough, let's say in other 10 different fields, in cooking or in relations or whatever, but he will be giving 100% in cricket. Same goes with you also. So if you are, whatever you are doing, for example, you are preparing for an exam, give 100% in that. Maybe you're slight overweight, just neglect that. It's not, oh, it's perfectly okay, unless you are obese and you want to reduce it. So just focus your energy in one thing only in life. Okay, don't chase perfection otherwise. Then develop your willpower when you are free, when you are not answerable to anyone, when you are not doing a job, when you don't have the semester end examination, when you have actually have free time, when you don't have any commitment. Okay, when you are not focusing on a particular goal, like if you are working or studying for 12 hours a day, or if you are trying to exercise or lose weight, or learning driving or playing guitar, or getting ready for marriage. So when you are not doing these things, when you are not doing any commitment, then work on willpower. Because developing good habits, what happens is, let's say you are in a crisis situation. So if you have a good habit that I will never eat before I go to gym, so you will always go to gym, that becomes an automatic habit. So the one line is, if you want peace in your life, prepare for war. So whenever you have free time, always go for offensive, never for defensive. Then look out for depletion signs. That is, if you're getting irritated more than usual, if you want to kill your neighbor for playing loud music, he's blaring all the speakers, and if you just want to slap your son or kill him for getting a B grade, if you're not able to decide even on simplest of things, whether to put socks first or shoes first, and you don't even know like how to pack your bag, whether to take this or that, you're completely flabbergasted. You are unable to control hitting someone or hurling verbal abuse. You know that you are about to say something bad and nasty. You are unable to control craving for junk food. You want to eat pizza, you feel like eating cookies, you feel like eating pastries, you want to spend a lot of money on shopping. If you feel like this, it means that you had a bad day and your willpower is depleted. It might be because of lack of sleep, lack of food, somebody said some bad things to you, etc. So don't make any commitment during this time period. Avoid fighting. Okay, just hang up the phone if you are there. Say you are going to your room, you take time to rest. Okay, so don't go out otherwise. What will happen is you will end up with sour relations. You will have fat bills and fatter belly. Okay, usually this happens. It happened with me a lot. Observe yourself as a third person. See whether you are making the right decision or not. Whenever your willpower is depleted, if you want an immediate thing, for example your exam is in 5 minutes, I'll suggest eat a Snickers. Okay, or just chew on some, let's say a toffee or a candy, or just drink some cold coffee with sugar in it, or eat sugar itself. Okay, so just remember this, it will instantaneously improve your mood and self control and willpower. But in longer run you can't eat sugar. It's not healthy. It's like a poison. So eat a healthy meal which include protein, which improves your willpower a lot after 1 hour, 2 hour, and complex carbohydrates. And the best thing is take a nap, go for sleep. Okay, don't say yes to everything. People have this tendency that they are not able to say no. They accept every request. They want to give talk there, they want to meet that friend. They can't refuse the request for group studies. They can't refuse to go for shopping with their loved ones. They can't refuse dinner, movies, etc. Learn the power of no. Start saying no. Pick your battles. Do only things which you like. Otherwise, your willpower will be drained a lot. Be really, really choosy. It's your life. It's very limited. We will hardly live 30,000 days. Already 10,000 days are gone. Okay, one third of our life is over for most of us. Don't do what you don't like just to make others happy. Anything which you don't like, please don't do that just to make others happy. Don't say yes instantaneously. Think over it. Give some time. Say that I'll revert back to you after 1 hour or 2 hours. I'll revert after 1 hour. Okay. Now think about the long term consequences rather than short term gains. Whether it is aligning to your long term goals. If yes, only then you decide for it. Now focus on basic, keep yourself organized. I have seen students, they don't take bath for 1 month, they don't wash their socks, jeans for six months. They say they are completely focused, they have long beard, their room feels like a dustbin. It happened to me also. I'll not say that I am anything less than that. I also did that. But devote some times in daily affairs like bathing, cleaning, doing your dishes, making bed, washing clothes, eat healthy food, sleep sound. People one day before exam they don't sleep, which is a very stupid thing to do because you are not at your best. Most of the people tend to cut back on some or all of the during approaching deadlines, like if you have a project to submit or students during exams. So if it helps a lot in the long run, like keeping yourself organized helps a lot in long run, because your brain will work much better. Okay, with minimum basic of neatness. I'm not saying live in a Taj Mahal or a princess palace. Just keep a minimum basic of neatness. Okay, in your, if your environment, just clean your environment's immediate surrounding environment. Similarly, keep your work and study table neat and clean. Your mind will be less distracted. You will be able to better focus. It is even important to keep your online life more focused. I have seen people's PC, desktop, they're horrible. They don't know where their PDFs are, where their books are. They don't know where their docs are, where their movies are, where their songs are. Okay. Similarly, delete your emails which are not required. Delete your files which are not required. Now spend little time on organizing. It's just like a warm up which you do before gym. If you don't do warm up, there is you get tend to get injured and you are not at your 100% efficiency. So just organizing yourself will improve your efficiency a lot. Now sleep is the single most important factor in determining your willpower. Try to avoid alarm clocks if possible. Let the body wake up on its own. Usually 6 to 9 hours sleep is required. Nothing can substitute a sound sleep when it comes to rejuvenating willpower. If you don't sleep for 24 hours, you will feel yourself very irritated. And if you cannot sleep for some reason, just avoid conflicts and don't take any major decision before you are rested again. Okay. So sleep is the single most important thing to keep your willpower up. So as you can see, there is hope in these cat's eyes. So think that after watching this lesson, there is hope in your eyes as well. We will continue dealing with these principles and exercises in this subsequent course. Thank you for watching this lesson. Have an awesome day. Hey guys, what's up? So in this particular lesson, I'll be talking about art of effective goal setting. We have already dealt with lots and lots of lessons in this particular series that is about improving willpower using the scientific shortcut to success. You can watch all the 6 lessons before proceeding any further. Otherwise, you'll not be able to comprehend what I'm going to speak. Okay, so you can follow me on this link, unacademy.in/user/Roman Sani. And if you feel that this course is helping you in any way, do leave a voluntary fee. You can click on contribute button below the lesson, and then you can pay whatever you feel like. Okay, and also in the comment section you can please comment about like what lesson you want me to make next, or what course you want me to take next. Okay, so depending on your feedback, I'll be taking the courses from now on. So when we talk about goal setting per se, so see, the term goal setting means that in layman's term, I'll not use a technical psychological definition. So basically, you think about your perfect future. You imagine yourself in perfect environment or perfect scenario, how your life should be. Let's say 1 year or 1 month or 1 week or 1 hour down the line. It does not matter 1 hour or 10 minutes later or 1 week later or 10 years later. You put some effort into it to realize that particular dream. Okay, and you have some motivation towards that. It can be anything, it can be money, fame, power, glory, health, relations, whatever. And finally, using this effort and motivation, you convert this dream into reality. Okay, this is the art of goal setting. Okay, in layman term, absolutely bare minimum definition. I don't believe in fancy definition, so this is if you don't like it, I am sorry. See, don't do drastic changes. First important principle of goal setting is never, ever, ever do drastic changes. It will really, really, really backfire in the long run. Some of my friends have lost like 20 kgs weight in 2 months, but when I see them now after 1 year or 2 year, they are back to their original self. Okay, so for example, losing 1 kg per day for a month, so let's say losing 30 kgs, it's a very very drastic change. So unless you are 200 or 250 kgs, I will not recommend this weight loss regime for you. Always in your life prefer gradual changes. I have capitalized it, and I cannot emphasize more on how gradual change is important. Okay, because such changes are long lasting and it conserves our willpower to large extent. Okay, drastic changes will always backfire really really bad. Okay, drastic changes will backfire, I'm telling you. Only in very very few exceptional circumstances they might work, but large majority of the time they will not work. And on top of it, it will completely drain your self control. So for example, if you have a working job, also somebody dependent on you, also you're cracking some exam, also you're preparing for something, you're learning guitar or singing or whatever, and on top of that you are trying to do some drastic change, I can 100% bet my life that you will not be able to achieve it. Okay, it will not be a lasting change. Goal setting rule number 2, give appropriate time. Have you ever heard that any government bridge is completed before the time in less budget? Over budget is the norm. Over shooting of the time deadline is the norm. So don't fall into something called as planning fallacy. Always give appropriate time, not less, not more. Okay. I gave you an example of overshooting the deadlines. I'll give you an example of Parkinson's law, which says that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. I'll give you a very, very small example which I have noticed in my personal life. Whenever my mom and dad we used to go to our grandmother's place, they used to start worry 3 4 days in advance. "Yeah, we have to pack this, we have to pack that, this should be eaten there, this gift has to be given to them, and stuff like that. They're always worried. But then I read a book by David Allen about getting things done, in which he says that he packed all his stuff exactly 35 minutes before catching a flight, train, or a car. He says that I need this much time, and if I have 6 hours, then I'll take 6 hours. If I have 12 hours, then I'll take 12 hours in that planning. So he knows that only that much time is required for packing, so he assigns only that time. So second important point is give appropriate time. Now third thing is do a realistic goal setting. Okay, don't set superhuman goals like running 1 kilometer in 3 minutes. I tried it. I almost ran at 20 kilometers per hour for 1.5 2 minutes, but then my legs gave up. Okay, then I had to reduce the speed. So most humans will not be able to do it, not because I did not do it. There are world record holders who can run in 2 minutes 30 seconds, 2 minutes 20 seconds, 2 minutes 12 seconds also. But most of the human beings, unless you are running in Olympics, you will not be able to do it. Okay, just set just in reach goals which are just enough. If you do enough hard work, you'll just reach them. Not very easy also that you set, let's say, reading 10 pages book in 1 month. Obviously you know that you'll do it in 1 hour. So always set just in reach goals which you can achieve with decent hard work. And if you won't achieve these goals multiple times, if you don't set them realistically, if you are too harsh on yourself, your brain will start cursing you that please don't do this ever again, please don't do this ever again. You are pathetic loser that you will not be able to achieve anything in your life, and you will never even dare to do a goal setting exercise again. Always leave scope for obstacles like illnesses, relative problems, relation problems. There are so many problems, earthquake, tsunami, etc. Always chin up for setback. There will be setback despite all your hard work, despite everything going in your favor. You might not be able to achieve your goals. Okay. Now, even if you don't achieve your goals, make sure you are moving in the right direction. At least to achieve 70%, 60%, 50%, some improvement from the past, at least 1% improvement from the past. Then again, quantum of change depends on existing problem. For example, if you are 200 kgs, losing 2 to 3 kgs per week is perfectly fine for some time. But if you are 70 kgs and you want to become 60 kgs, then you can't lose more than, let's say, 1 or 2 kgs per 2 weeks or 1 kg per week. Similarly, if you are drinking alcohol 7 days per week, then you can cut down to 4 days per week. But if you are already drinking for 2 3 days per week, then the logical step is to cut down to 1 day per week. Okay. Similarly, if somebody is smoking 3 4 packets a day, he can easily cut down 1 packet. But if somebody is smoking just 5 cigarettes, so he can put it down to 4 or to 3 maximum. Okay. So quantum of change depends on the existing problem. So this was something about goal setting exercises. Now take the first step as soon as possible. So before your mind starts to give you excuses why it cannot be done, you just take that first step. I cannot emphasize on how important it is. Maybe it is like deciding a rule like no cigarettes while watching television. So while you are watching television, make sure you never smoke a cigarette. No alcohol on weekend, because most of the people tend to do that. So make sure that you are in a good company on weekend with your parents or stuff. No going out on Saturday. If you are obese and you know that on Saturday night you'll eat a lot, so go, stop going out. Similarly, download the syllabus of the exam. You don't know anything about the exam. First thing, which is the smallest thing which you can do, is you say that you don't have money for coaching and stuff like that. The smallest thing you can go to is get hold of the syllabus. So take the first smallest step as soon as possible. Stop giving you BS excuses. Then ration your willpower. Just like budgeting, you can budget your willpower. So if you're expecting new problem or challenges like birth of a son, surgery, exams, employee leaving the job, etc., then plan out the area from which you will get extra willpower to tackle them. So for example, cut back on exercise, don't start salsa classes, don't plan your income tax calculation in the same time when you are expecting new problems. Don't make decision unless you really have to. Okay, this is called positive procrastination. We'll be talking about it later. So please budget your willpower accordingly. Then prioritize your to-do list by making a to-do not to don't list. So those things which the simple truth of life is task will never finish, and everything which cannot be finished in the stipulated time, it may be an hour, a day, or a week, or a month, put it in a to don't list which you will never touch in your life. Now once it is put in this list, unless this time period expires, you never ever dare open this list, and you simply focus on your to-do list which is prioritized. Okay, so prioritize in your life. And making a to don't list eliminates what is called a Zygarnik effect. Bulma Zygarnik was a Russian psychologist. So she said that incomplete tasks cause tension. For example, you pause a song in the middle, automatically you want your brain will put lyrics in your head. Okay, just try it once. I'll talk about Zygarnik effect later. Then record as much data as possible. Track your sleep, what food you eat, exercise type, duration, work, study. Make record of every 10 minutes and rate yourself on productivity scale from 1 to 10 how productive your day was. Then our memory is really poor and it can be deceptive. Okay, and if the parameters cannot be calculated, your performance will never be improved. Record daily data, weekly data, monthly data, yearly data, and after some time you'll have enough data. Then analyze it and see which area you can reflect on and do a better goal setting next time. So record everything possible and be honest in recording. Include everything of these things. You won't believe the amount of time you end up wasting in a day. Do this for 1 month or 1 year or whatever, and then identify the area where you are wasting time and then change it accordingly. And if you do a proper goal setting, even this bridge can be made. So anything in your life can be changed with proper goal setting. I hope this lesson helped you. Thank you for watching this lesson. Have an awesome day.